Welcome to the beautiful Piazza Navona. It houses several Baroque masterpieces and is regarded as one of the most beautiful squares in all of Rome. The square is dominated by three large fountains, which together with the church and its harmonious surroundings, create an enchanting and vibrant oasis in the heart of Rome. The site for today's square is built on the ancient Stadium of Domitian. The stadium was also known as Circus Agonalis, the competition area. It was built by Emperor Domitian in the year 86 AD and was mainly used for festivals and sporting events. Today's square follows the same shape as the old stadium, hence the long oval look of Piazza Navona. The square is not only built on the same site as the old stadium, but it has most likely also obtained its name from it. Over time, the name Circus Agonalis is believed to have changed towards in Agone, later Navona, and eventually today's Navona. The site was paved in the 15th century and became officially the Navona Square, one of the city's marketplaces. The three fountains and the square church were added later in the 16th and 17th century. The man responsible for the way the piazza looks today is mainly Pope Innocent X. He was the Pope in the mid-17th century and ordered the restoration and construction of the main features of today's Piazza Navona. One of the features is the beautiful church next to you, Sant'Agnese in Agone. This church is dedicated to Saint Agnes, who is said to have been martyred here at the ancient Circus Agonalis. It also serves as a personal chapel for Pope Innocent X, and his family palace was adjacent to the church. The stunning church is designed in true Baroque style by one of the masters of the time, Francesco Borromini. While the great church certainly draws attention, the focus of the square is on its three magnificent fountains. The central fountain you are standing next to is known as Fontana dei Quattro Fiumi, meaning the Fountain of the Four Rivers. This beautiful fountain was constructed in the mid-17th century by request of the Pope and created by the famous Italian artist Bernini. The fountain is based around four figures, not surprisingly when considering its name. These figures are meant to honor four major rivers from different continents. The rivers are the Nile, the Ganges, the Danube, and the Rio de la Plata. The fountain also incorporates the Pope's coat of arms, as well as a large obelisk, originally located at the Masenzio Circus. During their active time, the architect behind the church, Borromini, and the fountain sculptor, Bernini, were two bitter rivals. One little-known fun fact is that the rivalry has left a trace in the Fountain of the Four Rivers. It is often said that Bernini sculpted the figure of the Rio de la Plata cowering, as though he thought the facade, designed by his rival Borromini, would come crumbling down atop him. If you take a close look at the figure, I'm sure you can understand why. The fountain to the south, to your left if you face the church, is known as Fontana del Moro, the Moor Fountain. It centers around a large statue designed by Bernini, depicting a Moor holding a large fish. This statue was added in the 17th century, while the surrounding tritons are 19th century additions. The fountain to the north is called Fontana di Nettuno, the Neptune Fountain. It was originally built in the late 16th century. The fountain is dominated by a statue of Neptune fighting an octopus, surrounded by several statues depicting sea nymphs. The Neptune statue was added as late as in 1878 in order to make that fountain more symmetrical with the More Fountain to the south. Today, the Piazza Navona is one of Rome's most active squares, often full of life.